Hey Maker, I'm your digital marketing coach, Tori, and today I want to dive into a topic that I get a lot of questions about, and that is keywords. So, what are keywords? How do I use them? Right? And then I have a few strategies here for you, and I want to explain what a keyword is. We hear keywords a lot, especially if you've been in marketing or you've been marketing for a while for your own products in business. We talk about keywords on social media, we talk about keywords on blogs, we talk about keywords on your website. They're all the same thing, just so you know, because that is a question that I get. What is it? So what is it? Where do we use it? So let's get into more detail. So the first thing is, what are keywords? So keywords are a term. Now can be a phrase too. That's called a key phrase. And that could be multiple words. But it's a term or multiple words that a person enters into a search. So like Google, in YouTube, in Pinterest, that kind of thing. It signals what the user is looking for. So it can, and I find that a lot of my clients, they tend to overcomplicate this idea of keywords, and it literally is keywords. So with my clients, I help coach makers, mainly quilters at this point. So quilters and my digital marketing magic coaching program called the DMMC. And one thing that almost all of my clients do right now is quilt. However, when they make a caption on Instagram, let's say, or they write a video for YouTube, they sometimes forget to actually put the word quilting or quilt or quilter in their description, in their caption, and it can even, if you can put it in there naturally, it'll be great in a title. So you want to make sure you're using the keywords that have to do with whatever you're talking about and whoever you want to reach. So if you are reaching knitters, you want to make sure the word knitter is actually within your descriptions, your captions, your website. And that way it helps the search engines find you. Now, that can be Google, that can be the search engine on YouTube, that can be the search engine on Pinterest. But if you don't have those little keywords in there, it's not going to be able to categorize your content effectively. Let me see what else is here. So discoverability. So that is what I'm talking about when it comes to search. So using the right words in like your titles is going to be a really important thing. um, Anything from like Pinterest, when you're talking about boards, you want to make sure that the keywords are in your titles on those boards, especially in your descriptions. You have so many places have these great long form descriptions that you can fill in and really take some time to kind of explore the description of your content, of your offer, your product, your service. Take up that space and make sure you're dropping those keywords in there. Now, one thing I do want to caution is keyword stuffing. So we're not trying to stuff keywords anywhere, like everywhere, anywhere. We do want to make sure it's natural, that it flows. We don't want to, let's say, oh, I know one of the practices that was happening with blogs was in the pictures, they would just stuff a bunch of keywords as alternative text in a picture. And Google, the search framework that it uses, doesn't like keyword stuffing. It does recognize when you are trying to stuff a bunch of keywords where they don't belong. So one of the strategies that I have for you is to write your content naturally for your customer first. Then go back in and have like a few keywords in mind, like the top four, think 3 to 5 keywords that you know your customer is going to be looking for. You want those like 3 to 5 at top of mind or on a Post-it right in front of your computer or in a note on your phone, whatever is easiest for you to be like, oh, what are those keywords I need to include? So write the caption, write the description, get all of that in there first, and then go back in and be like, okay, is there anywhere where I can fit these keywords where it makes sense, where it flows naturally, where it doesn't take away from the meaning or take away from the I want to say experience of reading whatever you're doing, because a lot of things we do is tell stories. So we don't want to like put in all these extra words where it doesn't make sense to put extra words. So that is one strategy, is to use those keywords, is to put them in headings. So that's more than one that I've already gone over. So put your keywords in a heading or even a subheading, especially if this is on a website. You can put it in a subheading fairly naturally, even if your heading is like more of a creative name of a product, your subheading can have more of those keywords in it. Headings and subheadings is one on everything. And in your names of the YouTube videos, names or titles on Facebook, they now have a title section where you can actually put titles on reels. You can put a heading one. You can actually like format things on the computer for Facebook, not necessarily on your phone yet, but making sure you get those keywords in those two places and then write your description naturally as you're talking to your customer, how you normally write, and then go back in and make sure you've hit those keywords. And eventually, this kind of comes naturally. So as you're writing, you'll remember to put quilt um, or cotton fabric, you'll put like quilters cotton fabric. That way you're kind of putting in that keyword, but it still makes sense in the sentence. So things like that. And let's see how to find keywords. So I do have a blog post all about keywords. So I went in and I talked about what a keyword is. So if you want to see more detail on that and how to find them, both not using AI and using AI to help you with that. And I talked about where to put it in more detail so you can see where those keywords can fit. And I put in, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 different places where you can stick those keywords. Again, those main ones are going to be in your headings and your titles and throughout your description where it makes sense. User content. We want to make sure our content is user friendly, human friendly first before we go back in and maybe tweak a few things. And then I also, if you're a quilter, because my clients are mainly quilters, I did give you a starter list on keywords that you can implement within your titles, within your descriptions to make sure you're hitting those. So I'll link the post below, but a keyword literally is just to make sure you're hitting those keywords that people are searching for. So again, making sure the topics that you're covering are in the titles or in the description. Don't overlook this because many of the platforms that we are on are moving toward keyword optimization. So they're no longer relying on things like hashtags or anything like that, because there's a story there. Um, they are moving their searching, their content pushing by using keywords. So great thing to know, great thing to learn. And if you want more detail, I have the blog post below. If you are interested in getting more help on this, I do offer free 30-minute sessions, and we can do a quick run through of your website, maybe a page or two to see if you've got those keywords standing out. All right. Have a great rest of your day, and like and subscribe for more content like this.